To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. Listen, I'm not saying I'm the biggest person in the world, but I'm just like any other viewer that tune in to watch the network. I'm no bigger than anybody else. And what I've seen from First Take and what I've seen from Undisputed, I know Undisputed is the better show. I've explained that before the fact, and it turned out to be just what I expected from Shannon Sharpe and the rest of the game. Now, what I didn't expect and what happened that surprised and shocked me was the same political garbage. I tell you the truth, I'm just a bit outraged. I thought Undisputed would be a show that was undisputed. That you would know, and this could set you apart from the other show. It should not take 5 days for you to cover an event that was the biggest pay-per-view, basically, that they had in I don't know how long. Supposedly it done 1 million something pay-per-view buys. The return of Ronda Rousey. You promoted this on your show. Promoted it. Had the fighters there. Well, the fighter, because Ronda Rousey refused to do media. So, she refused to do media. You have Amanda Nunes there doing her media obligations and she's not even being promoted. But yet and still, she's doing her media obligations. And she's telling you what she's going to do. And my thing is, you owe the public. You didn't even mention the results of the fight. The very first day. Or the second day. You didn't even mention the results. How could you do that? That's egregious to the fans. And that's egregious to being informative. It was one of the hottest topics ever on social media. But yet you didn't cover it? Why? You didn't cover it for 5 days. Other people had to inquire about it. We expect that kind of behavior from ESPN and First Take. We don't expect it on Fox Undisputed. Either you're going to be undisputed or you're not. Rappaport shouldn't have to come on the show to do what you're getting paid to do. That's for Skip, and it goes to Shannon. I was outraged. I couldn't believe that whole show went by and not one reference to Ronda Rousey losing. Had Ronda Rousey won that fight, would you guys waited 5 days to report it? You know damn well you wouldn't have. Like I said, I expect Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith to do what they do. They even talked about it for 2 minutes on their show. 2 minutes. But at least they did 2 minutes. You guys did nothing. And I'm disappointed because you are the better show. Now, Michael Rappaport had to come around and do what you should have done 2 days ago. Remember the Dark Knight? When, what's his name? When Debo was on there and he had to take the trigger to the bomb. Give it to me. And I do what you should have did 2 hours ago. Exactly. Rappaport had to do what you couldn't do 2 days ago. Then you promote it. Michael Rappaport gives his opinion on Ronda Rousey. How cowardly are you? Do Ronda Rousey own stake in Fox Undisputed? If you're going to be a slanted sports show, then just say, hey, we're propaganda. And whoever the big star is, we're about them. We're not about sports at all. Just say that. Just quit lying to me. Just tell me the truth. Tell me flat out. Because if Ronda Rousey owns Fox or something, then hey, I understand it. She owns ESPN, okay, I understand it. But don't sit there and tell me the biggest event on that Saturday wasn't that fight. And then you don't cover it the next day that you come into work. We don't believe you. Because apparently it did so well in pay-per-view buys. Why wasn't it covered? You promoted it, but won't cover it. The results. Now, how is that going to help Amanda Nunes? Who's the champion now? I asked y'all this on Twitter, and you didn't respond. But you'll respond to somebody that's ignorant. See, that's how they know the difference between people who are speaking the truth and other people who are just, they're not trying to hear it because you're making too much sense. I asked them direct questions that are on point, and yet and still, they don't want to answer the question. So the next time this happens, badger them until they answer you. I'm out. Right now I'm too frustrated to talk.